It's February 9th, and this is the week in review. Okay, so in the video game world, some big things are happening. DICE 2013 happened, so some awards are being given out and some speeches are made. I've been watching one or two. I watched the art director from Sledgehammer Games do a presentation on inspiration, which I thought was kind of interesting. I watched half the Gabe Newell talk, and that was also very interesting. And I've just started the 343 Kiki, Wolfkill, and Frank O'Connor talk about whatever they're talking about. I'm still not sure yet. But definitely something to look into if you're into video games or art or anything like that, because there's some good speeches about inspiration and how to move on in the industry. The second thing that happened in the video game industry is that some more rumours came out about the Xbox 720. The rumour says that the Xbox is always going to have to be connected to the internet. Now, the main reason for this is probably going to be for secondhand games or anti-piracy and stuff like that, which is definitely true, but the reaction is the most interesting part because we've heard this rumour one or two times already, but for some reason it never really got picked up, but this time it has. The interesting thing is, if this happens, Microsoft is going to isolate a lot of customers, but make lots of publishers happy at the same time, which means PlayStation is going to have to copy them. The interesting thing is the reaction that GameSpot came out, so I'll put a link to that in the description. But they just basically said, if you do this, Microsoft, then you are lost, you won't have anything, and which is probably not true, and it's probably just GameStop being scared, so I thought that was quite interesting. Number 3 in video game news, Superbot Entertainment got dropped by Sony, which is quite interesting because, as you may or may not know, Superbot Entertainment was put together to create PlayStation All Stars, which is a PlayStation exclusive. That's why they were put together. That's been released late 2012. Didn't sell too well, probably. Maybe because it's a PlayStation exclusive, but we don't know. But we do know that they've cut ties with Sony now, or Sony have cut ties with them. Apparently it was a mutual thing. I think maybe not, but that means Santa Monica Studios are going to be looking after all the DLC and possibly PlayStation All Stars 2, and Superbot Entertainment now are looking for work or whatever they're doing now. In TV news, Community came back this week, which I was so excited for. Watched the episode. Wasn't too happy with it. It was fun. It wasn't the best, but it was still good. But the most important thing is they've got a rating of 1.8, 18 to 24. I don't know what that means, but I did some basic maths on US ratings, and apparently that means they got around 2 million views, which apparently is a good thing. So, 6 seasons and a movie. In more TV news, Game of Thrones is coming out very soon. When I say very soon, I mean in the next month. It might be this month. I don't know. I'll put a date here. But they did a little stunt called My Watch Begins, where you get to read the chants of the night. You get to read the vow, the Night's Watch, and they will overplay your voice with a group of the people, and you get this really nice group vow effect. And it's just really cool to think that you're in the TV show or you're in the books or whatever you want. Also, the Super Bowl happened last Sunday. I was supporting the 49ers. I was very disappointed in the first half. It was just boring to watch. You could see the 49ers making mistake after mistake. It wasn't pleasant to watch. It was a bit disgraceful, really. But then second half got kicked off, and there was a blackout, which is not as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be. And then things got a bit more interesting. I think that call at the end should have been called. That was definitely, but I don't know if they would have won or not from it. Anyway, in movie-related news, kind of, the Pirate Bay is. You probably know that the Pirate Bay is a very big website based on torrents, mainly illegal torrents, which is why it's very controversial. But the important thing is, yesterday they released a movie that you can download off their website legally, which is unusual, but it happens. It's called TP the TBP space AFK, which is the Pirate Bay Away from Keyboard, and it's a documentary based on something I haven't watched it yet. Probably their court battles and stuff, but I'm going to get around to watching that probably tomorrow. So that'll be quite interesting to watch, and you should definitely check it out because it might change your mind on the website or Hollywood's laws. So that's probably everything that happened this week that I found interesting. Or no, false. Mars Curiosity rover, they went into Mars, obviously. They didn't go into Mars, they're on Mars. They're strolling about, and it happened to find a robotic arm, which was weird. Or they're calling it a robotic arm. If you look at the photo, I'll either link it or put it here again. It's just pictures of rocks and rubble, not very interesting things. But then in one of the like broken flat pieces of rock, you can see like a metal pointing out, I think, or it looks metal. People have been calling it a robotic arm. I'm not sure what it is. It could be some debris from a satellite, but it looks like it's been slightly melted. There's not much dust covering it, which is unusual as far as I'm aware. So that's interesting. And I found out this week YouTube are going to be changing their channel layout. So instead of having your thingy, you're going to be getting a banner instead of like a whole background. And more interestingly, there's going to be a video that'll play for non-subscribers on your channel page. So you can advertise yourself to potential subscribers that happen to view your channel, which I think is interesting, and I'm probably going to end up recording soon in preparation. I've already made my banner. So that is everything that I kind of cared about this week. Out.